Well, I didn't get too much at the auction. Got a nice aluminum patio set. A couple other pieces of scrap. Scrap wheelbarrow. Pet carrier. Rusty old radio flyer. Dead jack. Electric pooper scooper that is, ugh. A unicycle, an old one. And this crate of randomness. Mostly bought it for these tool hooks because they're in the packages. I figured dollar table. There's a bunch of them in there. There's probably 20 of them. Alright. Guess we'll go get this car we gotta work on. Get that done. Come back and mess with this junk. We gotta go work on this hoopty. There's a deer. Apparently, it needs a lower control arm in the rear. Hopefully we make it there. It's pretty bad. Oh, the infamous check engine light and ABS. This thing's only got 74,000 on it. Huh. Dyna-ride. Okay. Is that like die in a ride? What? Oh, there's the spring making noise. Hopefully we make it there. I don't want to have to call Freddy for an emergency rescue. I love driving all these different cars though. It's crazy. I guess when there's brake fluid in the cup holder, that's a bad sign, right? Look where the headlight switch is on this thing. It's on the door. What? I've never seen no headlight switch on the door. That's crazy. I don't know. This steering wheel looks like it's got more than 70,000 miles on it. Well, who knows? Riding on a cloud. Alright, take a look at this thing before I take the wheel off. Show you guys. Oh man. Geez, we're lucky we made it here, huh? Holy. That thing's ready to just fly right out of there. It actually looks worse than when I left, I think. Huh. Well, at least we made it here. Now we gotta try to get this shit off. Man, look at this filler neck. Oh, man. Jeez. Why do I agree to these things? Well, first time I get to use this tool. This is actually Grover's tool. Yeah, I know. My friends all got weird names. Polo, Grover. Yep. Yeah, we're all a bunch of weirdos. Anyway, he bought this to do something on his Mercedes. Diesel Mercedes. I don't know if he did ball joints or bushings or something. But it's a spring compressor tool. And it goes up through the middle of the springs. I'll show you guys when I put it on. He had to use these ones. The smaller discs. I'm going to need the bigger ones. But this is actually the first time I've ever used this tool, so we'll figure it out. I can probably do it without it, but I'm gonna put it in there since I got it and see how she goes. I think I got them backwards. This is the bottom one. Alright, it's set in there right. Yeah, it's in its grooves, looks like. Like I said, first time I ever used this thing, so never really had to use it yet. It's pretty loose. I think we're gonna leave it there. I'm really worried about this nut though. I'm probably gonna have to just cut it. Here, I'll show you in a minute. Look at this thing. Holy, for the ball joint, it's not even a nut. Probably just gonna have to cut it off of there somehow. Well, we will see. I'll get you guys back here out of line of fire. I'll come back when I figure something out. This is a, it's like a track bar or something that goes from the control arm. Yep. This is going to be the issue. Everything's so friggin' rusted. I kind of need that part for the other control arm because the new one didn't come with it. So... yeah, I know it's not a hammer, but it's also pig iron, so I'm not too damn worried about it, right? Cheapest ratchet you can possibly get here. Oh, it's gonna come loose. Come on, baby. Oh man, I got lucky. Hope the rest of it goes that way, eh? Don't worry, I won't use my $150 ratchet as a hammer. Only in dire situations, right? This is the e-brake cable bracket. Helps hold the e-brake in place. That came out, so that's good. We'll get there. Still trying to get that track arm bracket out. It's being stubborn. But like Eric O from South Main Auto says, sometimes you gotta bust out big nasty, right? Hold your ears, people. You know it's a good day when Big Nasty doesn't even do it. All the isolators are still good. Can't get that damn track bar off. Huh. Surprisingly, that came off. Well, the nut's coming off of this one, but the bolt's not spinning yet. That could be an issue. Well, we got new bolts, so it doesn't really matter if we mess them up. Let's see if we can fire that thing out of there. Oh yeah, Big Nasty. That's what I like to see. Oh man. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm just smart enough to not do it. Right? Oh, man, that thing's hoops. Look at that. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Let's see what this one looks like. Get it out. Oh, yeah. It's supposed to look like that. It's tapered in the middle. It's a little rusty, but it ain't that bad. Now I gotta get this thing off of there somehow. Guess we'll go back to Big Nasty. Come on. There you go. That's why there's a sleeve in there, you see it? It's getting hung up in that crush sleeve. I'm probably going to need that for the other one. Well, there you go. Look at that guy. Let's say it's done. It was even about to break over here by the ball joint, you see it? Huh. Well, hopefully we can get this done in under an hour. Charge him for 3. Woohoo! Then you got to deal with crap like this, right? So the sleeve is seized in the bolt, So at the junkyard, they just sawzalled the whole frame off. If you look, this is that section of frame right here. So now it's my problem to get this off of here to be able to reuse it. Or I got to beat this sleeve out of that control arm. Great. God. Hey. Another thing, if you're doing bushings like this on any vehicle, really, this one it probably doesn't matter because this is a used part and this thing's already kind of hooped. You know, you've seen what that sleeve looked like that came out of there. But if you're putting a new control arm on, don't tighten these bolts until the suspension is at its rested point. You know, really you shouldn't tighten these bolts until it's at its static loaded point. But you can get away with tightening them at full droop. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know, full droop being the car in the air and the suspension fully unloaded. You know, realistically you should load the suspension, then torque these bolts. But as you can see with the rest of the car and the guy that owns this car, this thing ain't going to last that long. I can tell you that right now because he is so hard on the equipment. He really is. So it'll be alright. You know, as long as it goes down the road without the spring falling out, it'll be good. Okay, next step is get the spring back in there and get this ball joint hooked up. Ball joint seems pretty good though. Yeah, actually this control arm is in really good shape too. Alright. Now, we know which one's the bottom just from the way the tool's in there. This is our bottom. If I can find the rubber bits. We got them. Alright, now that one was on the bottom, this one was on the top. You can see there's a mark where the spring was sitting before. You look right here, that's where the end of it was, so we'll try to line that up the same. It's not that big of a deal, but try to keep things as much the same as you can. Keeps from weird noises happening and stuff like that. Okay, so come on. Okay, now, oh, do we, can we, all right, I'm gonna go up a a little bit higher with the whip. Too much, just a bump. Just enough to get it in there. Come on. There you go. Okay, and we'll come back down with the whip. Wow. Okay, I thought this was going to be an issue, but maybe not. Come on, baby. Okay. Springs can be pretty scary to work with, that's for sure. Hopefully this jack will get us up high enough here. Line the ball joint up. Okay. Let's go. Give her a little wiggle. Come on, baby. Go in there. Uh-oh. We're picking the car up now. Come on, ball joint. Work with me here. There it goes. There was a little bit of a burr from cutting it with the Sawzall. It caught it a little bit, but it's on there now. Alright. I'm going to get this tightened down and then take this jack out, and then we'll unload the spring. I'll come back once I get the ball joint tightened down and get a cotter pin in it. Alright, we got this tight, we got a cotter pin in it. Take the load off of this right now. Oop. Whoa. I guess it was holding the car up, eh? Just a little bit. Be careful, people. You can get hurt, that's for sure. I'm a paid professional, though. Alright. Alright. So, now we are going to, I guess I'll unload this thing since we got it right here. Unload that spring compressor. See, this is what's cool about this one. You can go through here. It goes through the center. Okay. This is a must-have tool, though, for these types of jobs. Come on. Come on. You really want to come out of there. Figures. Any other time it would just fall out, right? When you try to put it in there, it'll just fall out. If you want to get it out, you don't want to come out. Come on. You're lined up. What are you doing here? Here we go. Get it down here where I can see. It's like Jurassic Park. Come on, then. Come on, then. Ow, don't pinch your finger. Really? There it goes. Just gotta get her lined up. That's a good tool, though. I like that thing. Good job, Grover. now we'll have it for the rest of our adult lives, right? Back in its case for another day. All right, where are we at? Oh. Yeah, guys, you're in the way. All right, spring's unloaded. It's in there. Let's get these bolts tightened up over here. I'll do that off camera, and then come back and we'll put that. I'll fight with that, with this track bar a little bit. See if hopefully we can get that back in there. Well, we had to beat on this bolt a little bit, so this could be an issue getting this back on there. So we had to hit it with Big Nasty a few times. And it's pretty chowdered now. Oh man. Alright, I guess the plan is I'm going to get the grinder and grind a few of these threads off the end here and try to get this nut back on there. Because it ain't happening. Definitely not. Alright, let's go sand this thing. It's like an episode of SpongeBob over here. 3 weeks later. Well, I sanded down the end of it and rounded it off a little bit. Had to get a different nut too, because that other one was pretty hooped. So it's a little tight going on there, but it goes on there. As long as we get it on there, it should be alright. An issue, isn't it? Well, we're all torqued down. It's back together. Another old lady's car fixed. Right? Even though it's not an old, it was an old lady's car. The guy that has it now is just a goof, but alright. We'll put the wheel back on, call it a day. I don't know what else I'm getting into today. I think I'm just gonna go organize for the flea market. They're talking maybe rain this weekend, so that sucks. We'll see. But there is an automotive swap meet this weekend too. I might go there tomorrow. I'll make a video on that. Me and Eddie and whoever else wants to go putzing around. video like a week ago or whenever, when I fixed my tie rod end on my truck, somebody commented in the comments section, "You'll never cut it as a mechanic." If they only knew, right? Look around, bud. I got a shop, I got a lift, I got all the tools. I think I'm pretty close to being a mechanic, but just because I pick and choose what I want to do in my life, you know, I'm sorry. It's not my problem. I made that decision a long time ago, you know. Just because I'm using some podunk tools in the grass with my Crocs on doesn't mean I ain't got the skills, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. Did your mother ever teach you that? My mom taught me that. But it doesn't bother me any. Like I said before, you gotta have feelings to get them hurt, right? Alright, y'all, I guess we'll end it there. Give you guys a little repair video. I gotta torque these down once I get it on the ground. Put the center cap back on. I think we'll end it there. If I take anything else today, I'll put it in tomorrow's video. Alright, y'all, have fun. Don't work too hard. Live your dream. All that. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it, you know? Peace. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Can't stop, won't stop, right? Even in a customer's car. Thing's riding like brand new. Freaking air conditioner's ice cold too. Always give it to you on E, right? Jeez. Exploded in the street. Looks like the cop pushed it out of the way. There's a drag mark on the ground. Never a dull moment.